Hello, this video will provide you with a walkthrough of a filing guide created by Greatland to assist you in completing Part 2 of Form 1095-C. I will cover the following topics in this video: an overview of lines 14 through 16 in Part 2 of Form 1095-C, a walkthrough of the tool created by Greatland to assist you in completing Part 2 of Form 1095-C using a common filing scenario and showing you an example of the report generated from this tool, and lastly, how you can use this tool to get direction on your common employee scenarios. Reporting information in Part 2 of Form 1095-C is the area generating the most questions from filers. Let's review each line in Part 2 before using the tool. Part 2 is all about the offer. Enter the code on line 14 that specifies the type of coverage, if any, offered to the employee's spouse, and the employee's dependents. The code does not necessarily match the coverage in which the employee is enrolled. For example, if the employee is offered family coverage but enrolls in employee-only coverage, line 14 should indicate that the employee was offered family coverage. A code must be entered for each calendar month, January through December, on line 14, even if the employee was not a full-time employee for one or more calendar months. There are 9 available codes for line 14. Please refer to the 1095-C instructions for a description of each code. On line 15, enter the amount of the employee share of the lowest cost monthly premium for self-only minimum essential coverage providing minimum value that is offered to the employee. This amount may not necessarily equal the amount the employee is actually paying for coverage. For example, if an employee enrolls in family coverage and is paying a monthly premium of $200, but the monthly premium for employee-only coverage is $100, then $100 should be entered on line 15. On line 16, only enter one code even if multiple codes apply. If no code applies, line 16 may be left blank. Again, there are 9 available codes for line 16. Please refer to the 1095-C instructions for a description of each code. Let's access the tool created by Greatland to assist you in completing Part 2 of Form 1095-C. Go to the link shown at the top of this slide, part2.greatland.com. Please keep in mind that this tool does not cover all filing scenarios, and it is only meant to provide general direction on common scenarios. It should not be relied on for tax, legal, or accounting advice. You should consult your own tax, legal, or accounting advisors before engaging in any transaction. The first question you will be asked when accessing the tool is whether or not your company provided minimum essential coverage to its employees. If you are unsure, links are available in the tool to provide you with additional information. For illustrative purposes, I will select Yes. The second question you will be asked is, did the coverage provide minimum value? Again, I will select Yes. The third question is, who is offered coverage? I will select Employee, Spouse, and Dependents. Is the employee share of lowest cost monthly premium for self-only coverage $93.18 or less is the fourth question. The purpose behind this question is to determine if the employer made a qualifying offer to the employee. I will select No for illustrative purposes. Once you have answered each of the questions, the tool will give you direction as to the code to enter on line 14 and whether an entry is required on line 15 or not. Also, there are links to examples showing the use of the same line 14 code. For example, I will select Hired Mid-Year Waiting Period. This will take you to a PDF showing you an example of a mid-year hire with a waiting period, where minimum essential coverage providing minimum value is offered to the employee, spouse, and dependents. Also included in the PDF is an explanation of each of the lines in Part 2, along with an explanation of the codes for lines 14 and 16, as well as some applicable frequently asked questions. Be sure to visit part2.greatland.com to access the 1095-C filing guide tool to get direction on your common employee scenarios. Greatland staff of specially trained account managers are standing by to provide you with excellent Affordable Care Act reporting information. Thank you.